Part 4, Sports Moods. 2 Moodies,
1 duty.
Sports. We're back. Let's go.
Smackdown Live, and we were in discussion about Jinder Mahal, Rusev, Nakamura, and Randy Orton. That was the main event of SmackDown Live, the tag team match. Also, from this tag team next week, which I don't disagree with. I don't want to make it sound like I'm always sounding negative all the time because I feel like I disagree with everything that WWE is doing right now, but why does Nakamura and Randy Orton need to fight in a number 1 contenders match when you should already get a rematch clause because Nakamura lost that SummerSlam, so he should automatically get his rematch. He shouldn't have to earn that right to fight him again, given the fact that the Singh brothers interfered. So
it's Randy Orton. I think that's really the only reason why we have this is because it's Randy Orton, and Randy Orton is like the next Cena as far as like getting stuff over. So I feel like that's why. And then they had that subpar feud with Jinder, which I feel like every situation they had should have let Randy get over. Mm-hmm. So I feel like maybe they feel like there's not enough, there's still some story left to go between that feud maybe. But yeah, I agree with you. Nakamura should have definitely had his rematch clause before this was even a match determining number 1 contendership.
And a lot I'm for my YouTube plug, JD from NY206, he's saying that right now the WWE is trying to reach that India market. That's why they're pushing like Jinder Mahal so much, which, I understand you're trying to reach another country to try to get more business for WWE, right? To kind of become more global, but it's just like, when do we say enough is enough and maybe get the title off him, and then maybe kind of like drop Mahal down in that U.S. title picture. Yeah. Because he's kind of like the anti-American, so put the U.S. belt on him, and then make him be that anti-American, kind of like how Rusev was when he had the belt. Yeah, maybe put him. I think he'll be better in a role like that instead of as the main guy. But that's just me.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely don't see Jinder staying in the top when he loses the belt. Like, he's pretty much going to have an immediate drop back down to mid-card U.S. title kind of situation. So I definitely agree with you on that. But who do you see winning, Randy and Shinsuke?
I think Shinsuke is going to win just for the fact he's got to get his rematch. Okay. But I just feel like he should not be in the title picture right now. I really don't think Nakamura should be on SmackDown Live every single week. He's like one of those people, I think, like, you see him too much, he starts to lose the aura about Shinsuke Nakamura. Like, maybe have him show up maybe once or twice a month, then come to the pay-per-view. But it's like every week, like, they're like pushing him, which I want to see Nakamura. That's going to get more people excited about him. But it's like, you got him in the title picture. He's really had no kind of build like from SmackDown Live. Cause when he first got there, he feuded with Dolph Ziggler for a while. Then it went from Dolph Ziggler to the Money in the Bank thing with Baron Corbin, and I don't even want to get on Baron Corbin how they did him. Yeah, they did. But and then he went in a feud with it's like then he ended up in the title match, at this big dream match with Cena, and now you're fighting Randy Orton. These are like multi X amount of times champions that we're fighting on SmackDown Live. Like, these should be pay-per-view caliber matches, like Nakamura and Cena, Nakamura, Randy Orton. Like, this is the future versus, I agree the future Hall of Famers. But it's like, why have this match on free TV?
Yeah, you're right. And also, I kind of do feel the same a little bit about Nakamura being too consistent, because I can't admit, even though I wasn't really following NXT, but when Shinsuke got there, I fell in love with his theme song.
Oh, he has the best theme song right
definitely.
now.
But now, yeah, I'm about to get on him next. But now when he comes out, I still like the theme song, but it's like, it's Shinsuke. You know, it's not. I don't have that same hype as when he came out. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad you brought him up too. I really, really like Bobby Roode. I love the theme music, the glorious. Oh my god,
I love it.
Like when I saw him, I once again I haven't been watching NXT, but when he came out, I was just like, who is this guy? Like it literally made me go back and watch NXT Takeover Chicago to watch his match, and I was like, man, I like this guy, and I really hope that they kind of push him up.
Me too. I
don't feel like he needs to be stagnant. He doesn't need to be mid-card, because if you start pushing him down there, they're going to keep him down there. And so I really want him to at least take a shot. You know, I want him to start making his way up rather than staying somewhere before a push.
Last night I was hoping he came out for the United States Open Challenge.
Oh, man.
I said, if Bobby Roode comes out right now, that is going to be
I would like that.
Amazing, him and AJ Styles. But it didn't happen that way. But I do like Bobby Roode. I think he has a strong upside, especially the robes and everything. Kind of like the Ric Flair type aura about him. But last night, it just seemed like the crowd was just like, usually when his music pops, like people, like everybody's singing along with the song, everybody's excited for his entrance, and it's just like last night they were just like, okay, it's Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like maybe because it's the mid card type thing, or maybe, you know, a lot of people don't really know. Like you said, you don't really watch NXT a lot.
Yeah.
Because you do have some people out there that don't watch NXT, and then when these new superstars come up, it's like, oh, who is this? Like, who is this guy? I never heard of him before. But, you know, maybe that's what it was to me. But I would like to see him feud with AJ Styles, you know, maybe feud with Nakamura again, because they had a little battle in NXT too. So, okay. But I think eventually it won't be long. He'll be in the title picture up there.
And you know what? I do like the fact that there are WWE fans that know him, because that makes it even more hype for me. Like when they hear the theme song, like when they heard Shinsuke and when they heard Bobby Roode, the fans were already all in with it. And I was like, whoa, everybody knows this man. So now I need to go know who this man is. But yeah, like you said, they really were kind of died down. I think maybe they just didn't like the mid-card effect of him. Maybe they already see him not being, you know.
Who's right.
Yeah, so, you know, any of that could play into it. But one last thing I want to get on with SmackDown is the tag team with the Usos and the New Day, which I personally feel as though, for one, SmackDown has the only relevant tag team.
I agree.
Consistently picture, because I have to respect the Hardys. I do like Sheamus and Cesaro on Raw, but consistently the New Day, the Usos, and even though they don't even have matches, the Breezango is just all of it is what keeps WWE relevant on Tuesday night. So,
it gives you a reason to watch. Now, the Usos, they're the best tag team right now.
Yeah.
But right now, I would respect the Hardys more if they were broken. But I think they still got a battle going on whether to get the rights to that or not. But I like what the Usos are doing, man. I like when they turned them heel. A lot of people really didn't like that, but I like this side of them.
Yeah, I can honestly say I was one of those people that didn't like it. I wanted to see the whole like I love the Samoan jump. I was so hyped about it, but I got used to it. The hip hop, the thuggish kind of part. It grew on me.
Yeah, and that rap battle they had a few weeks back, that was really good too.
And getting Wale was a good plug.
Yeah. And the New Day too. A lot of people feel like the New Day is getting kind of, you know, the whole thing with them is getting old. But I mean, with them, who else is really on there for them to feud with?
Yeah.
I mean, because like I said earlier, you took away all the tag teams. American Alpha's gone. Now they're trying to put Chad Gable with Shelton Benjamin, but I really feel like Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin should be singles competitors. And that could be challengers for like AJ Styles for the U.S. belt and stuff like that.
Chad Gable can wrestle. Like watching those matches against Rusev, I was like, bruh, this man needs to be in some kind of picture.
He does. I really like his in-ring ability. He's really good. I think eventually he could be a U.S. champion or something like that, or if they don't do a superstar shakeup and he go to Raw.
Right.
But So yeah, I mean, I do like what the Usos are doing right now. I didn't agree with how they took the belts off of them and then put it back on New Day. Because really, think about it, New Day really didn't have a chance to do anything with the belts before they lost it to the Usos. Again, I think maybe if the New Day were going to win, they should have won it at SummerSlam and then kind of let the feud go on that way. Yeah. But I mean, the tag team division, I mean, right now SmackDown has the best. I know, even though with Ambrose and Rollins doing what they're doing, but that's only going to be for a short period of time before I'm hoping for that Ambrose heel turn.
I still want the Shield, man.
But I wanted to hit another thing on SmackDown Live before, we wrap it up. With this whole Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon little thing we got going on. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's building up to a match. Like, there's no doubt in my mind about it. And for one, even though, like I said earlier, The Miz is the greatest heel, and I don't really think of KO as a heel, he has really good emotion. He really plays on his emotions really well, and I like how he's blinded by his anger and stuff to not see blatant stuff, like how he got on Shane for taking the referee thing when it clearly showed that Baron Corbin was trying on his side. So I like how, he really plays into that emotion. He really seems passionate about the fact of him being, screwed over or whatever. So it's going to boil down to a match regardless, which I don't like Shane McMahon's in-ring abilities.
You don't? I like Shane.
I like him as the high flyer.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, I like the
risk taker. I like that. But in ring, striking, because I haven't really seen many grapples from him. I see him do striking, and he does that. It makes him look believable because he's still doing that Thai fitness kind of punches when he throws them. But I don't really like much of his skill set in ring unless he's, like you say, he's being a high flyer. That's the best I like out of him. But when he does that, I like Shane. Mm-hmm. I really do like him. But I feel like if they do have a match, I mean, Kevin Owens got to win it. I feel like Shane has nothing to prove by winning against him, except for the fact that he's the higher up and he's been been in WWE longer. But that'll be a good way to, I guess, push KO more as a heel if they do have the match, which I feel as though it's going to happen the more that this feud builds up. Mm-hmm. But what's your take on it?
Well, I mean, from what I've been listening to from JDNY206 on YouTube is they feel like it's gonna build into a feud with him and Shane, but it's gonna be they looking like the head of it's gonna happen at Survivor Series. Okay. So they were saying that it's rumored that it's gonna, cause at Survivor Series they do team versus team, so it's gonna be Team Owens versus Team McMahon, and they're gonna kind of incorporate 4 or 5 superstars, in an elimination type match, and it's gonna come down to that. Now, if they do that, I still think after the fact, KO and Shane need to have a one-on-one match. I think it needs to be kind of not like a regular, like a no disqualification, false count anywhere, hardcore, whatever you want to call it.
That's when Shane's at his best. Is hardcore. When he can hit people with stuff, that's
he can put you on that announce table and jump off with that little elbow. Yeah, he's got to pull that off. I mean, that's bound to happen in the upcoming weeks. But I that's what it's rumored to be. But I think that eventually they're going to tie it up in the ring, and it's going to come down to something. Because really, right now, I like Kevin Owens, but I liked him better when he's a heel champion, like when he was with on Monday Night Raw, the Universal Champion. But then they didn't really use him right with Jericho. But but right now, I'm just so used to him being a main person. But tonight, it's like it's making him seem like he's a complainer. He's a whiner now.
Yeah, no, that is
every week. Oh, you did this, you did that. He's complaining every week. But maybe that's gonna release his aggression on him. When they meet up.
That's true. And before we get out of this, I think we're done with SmackDown.
Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping this up.
So this is it. But one thing I want to get on before we end WWE, because the next segment is on Kyrie. But like I said, the pay-per-views when they do cross brands between Raw and SmackDown, I really want to see something where they do title against title. I want to see the New Day fight. The Usos go against the Shield or whoever wins it at the pay-per-view. I really want to see that. Maybe we even go back into having undisputed championships, the best of both sides. So maybe that's something to get into. But once again, man, this is Sports Mood. 2 Moodies,
1 dude.
Sports. And we are out. We'll be back.